time of my life. Ooh, give me the time of my life. People, it's Friday and guess what we're making? Oh, I forgot to say, this is Seda, Gourmet Next Door. We are going to be making fluffy blueberry pancakes today. It's weekend after all. So I got my Friday tunes playing in the background and you'll see me singing and dancing along the way with a spatula. Let me show you my ingredients briefly. We're using almond flour. We're using coconut flour. As you know, this is a keto recipe, so we're going healthy, even with a pancake. We got our baking powder. I got my erythritol, sliced almonds, my favorite almond milk. We got 3 eggs, pure butter, my gorgeous blueberries, and cinnamon. Let's get cooking. So just like any baking recipe, I got 2 clean bowls here. One I will use for the wet and the other one I will use for the dry ingredients. These pancakes are super delicious, they are super healthy, and they're indulgent. I am going to go ahead and start with my dry ingredients. So for the dry, I will use the big bowl. We will use ½ cup almond flour. This is going to be the base of our delicious low carb, high protein, high fat pancakes. And you know blueberries are actually keto approved. So they are the only fruit really you can have. You can have berries. Into almond flour, I will go ahead and also add coconut flour this time. I know this is kind of new. We are going to add 2 tablespoons coconut flour. Now I like the mixture of almond with the coconut in this recipe. It just gives them a more fluffier texture. And coconut flour is super high in fiber. Now into this, I will also go ahead and add my erythritol, which is of course my sugar substitute. How do you guys like my hair? Yeah, today I even braided for you. I dressed up, I got makeup on. It's Friday, people, after all. Let's enjoy the weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and use ½ teaspoon baking powder. ½ teaspoon of baking powder. And 2 tablespoons of erythritol. So erythritol, some people have asked me, you can actually source this on some online stores. I also know that the organic store has it because this is where I bought mine. We will go ahead and add cinnamon. Now, where's my cinnamon? Cinnamon is here. Cinnamon is a very nice, warm, earthy spice and it makes these pancakes incredibly indulgent. I will go ahead and use 1 teaspoon. They will be cinnamony. Let's go ahead and give all our dry ingredients a nice mix. I just want to show you, it has a nice cinnamony color. Let's set aside our dry ingredients and work on our wet. For the wet ingredients, I have 3 eggs here. I will go ahead and crack them into my bowl. You're using the yolk and the whites. I have a little spoon here. I have a little spoon. I have a little fork here. Duh. So I'm gonna go ahead and whisk my eggs. To get fluffy pancakes, you have to incorporate air into your eggs. Now let's add the almond milk. As you know, I'm using the unsweetened almond milk. We only need about ¼ cup measure of almond milk. Give the wet ingredients a nice stir. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and mix the wet with the dry, and then I will fold in the blueberries. You don't want to throw the blueberries in there because they will all become mushy and your batter will actually become really blue. So I take my dry ingredients, I will add my wet ingredients, but before, let's give it a little stir again. It all goes in there. Now gently with a fork, I'm going around and I'm mixing the wet with the dry. As I told you, just like any recipe baking wise, don't overmix. Looks like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep this for 10 minutes because almond flour and coconut flour, they are going to soak up that liquid, and this is what will make the pancakes fluffy. So patience is a virtue. As we're waiting for our batter to firm up, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about blueberries. These magical berries are full of antioxidants. They're amazingly good for you, so try to incorporate them in anything that you're doing. They are sweet but tart and makes a great addition to salads. The other day you saw I made a blueberry sauce. You can throw it in muffins or pancakes, things like that. Mi señorita. Sho la la la, oh la la la. So my batter is ready. It's been 10 minutes. Now is the time to incorporate our amazing blueberries. So let's go ahead and throw those guys in. Now you just want to gently fold them into the batter. You don't want to squish them. You don't want to disturb them. And I want them whole. Look at this gorgeous batter. We're ready to cook them up. So now on to the cooking of the pancakes. So the time has come. I have soft butter here. You have to use a Teflon pan. Make sure you use a Teflon pan because otherwise your pancakes will stick, highly likely. So before I do this, I'm gonna turn my heat on. It will be a medium heat. So I want you to see this as I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna go around and make sure that the pan is buttered up. I'm going to go ahead and put the pan on the burner. Also, I will add a little bit butter because we're gonna fry up our pancakes in the butter. Aren't these songs amazing? They're so upbeat and they put you in an awesome mood for a Friday. It's a beautiful day again and I'm just pumped. I'm making myself a nutritious, wonderful breakfast. I'm sharing it with you and I'm dancing. I'm hopefully burning calories in the meantime too. A nice way to portion your pancakes and make sure they are all the same size is actually to use a little cup measure. So I'm going to use the 1/4 cup because I want all my pancakes to have the same size. So you can stack them. You know, when you're stacking pancakes, you don't want one like this, one like this. So our butter is sizzling. You can see it in the pan. Now is the time to put our pancakes. So I'm going to grab my pancakes with my 1/4 cup measure, as I mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and take the excess like this. And then let's throw them in the pan. So what you want to do is when you put the pancake in the pan, you want to kind of settle it in there. And without pressing anything, you want to go ahead and lightly make sure that you have the pancake shape and everything is uniform. So in this batter, I would say I have about 4 pancakes, which is perfect because they are super good for you. So I will definitely add all 4 to my plate and enjoy them. When the pancakes start cooking, what will happen is you will see in the outside part of the pancake, there will be bubbles forming. So it will start to cook from outside in, and you need to wait until it's the right time to flip them. So don't rush this process again. Be patient. I promise you the reward is going to be amazing. So this is what our pan at the moment looks like. I don't want to move them too much. Otherwise they might, kind of flip over. So as I'm waiting for my pancakes to cook, I have a really funny story to tell you. Oh my God. I told you coconut flour has lots of fiber. And I've been experimenting with coconut flour, and I remember one summer I was home and I said, okay, for tea time, I'm gonna do these savory biscuits with coconut flour. So I made them. We have one elderly in our family, which is my mom's auntie. She's over like 80 years old. And she basically took a bite and she was like this. Honestly, I thought she was going to choke because I told you it has so much fiber and you have to be careful. If you use it 100%, you have to be super careful because it does have a choking effect. That's why we're mixing almond with coconut. You see the pancakes now? They are ready to turn. So when you're turning the pancake, you want to do it in one motion. So I suggest you use the big spatula. You get in there and you turn it like this. How gorgeous do they look? We're going to cook the pancakes 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Just be patient, okay? Make sure your coffee or tea is brewing, because when the pancakes are ready, we are going to want to eat them ASAP. Before I put my next pancakes, I'm going to butter the pan again because you want to make sure they don't stick. My pancakes are cooked, the first batch. I just want to show you how good that looks. So now I'm going to go ahead and stack them on my plate. Before I put the next butter, I want to go ahead, without burning my hand, take a paper towel and go around and pick up any dry or stuck piece of pancake plus oil. So we take the butter. You see, we are ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my next 2 pancakes. You will see the second batch of pancakes will cook faster. When you're cooking the pancakes, you can gently press on them, but don't do it too hard. Just give it a little nudge so all the little batter pockets are actually cooked, so you don't have any raw batter. This meal is coming together. We're almost ready. My coffee is almost ready. I'm good to go. The final 2 are cooked. I'm going to go ahead and stack them now. Here is my stacked blueberry keto-friendly pancakes. Happy weekend, everyone. Now let's dress this up. So what I'd like to put on my pancakes is a little mascarpone. Mascarpone is nice cream cheese, but it's not tangy. It's a sweet Italian cream cheese, and it goes really, really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and top my pancakes with a nice dollop of mascarpone. I'm going to go ahead and now drizzle my pancakes with maple flavored syrup. This is not regular maple syrup. It's actually sweetened with monk fruit. So again, it's keto friendly. You can go ahead and use this. I'm just gonna do this like this so you can see how gorgeous this looks. Oh yes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little sliced almonds. And then I can't resist, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little mint because it's so gorgeous. So I want to show you my beautiful blueberry pancakes topped with mascarpone and almonds. This is the kind of food that makes you dance, okay? There's nobody around anyway in your house, so you might as well just dance and have fun, which is what I'm going to be doing with my pancakes and my beautiful coffee. You see, there is Bruno on there as well. So, it's now time to test the pancakes and see how they taste. I don't know where to actually begin, but I'm gonna go ahead with the top layer. This is Bruno's song. He loves Dance Monkey. Ooh. I'm in heaven. You get the tart blueberry, creamy mascarpone, little hint of maple syrup. This is a pancake to celebrate. Celebrate life, be grateful, and spend the time with your loved ones. Bruno is so good. Weekend, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Try the recipe and let me know how this works, okay? Stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.